Hello everyone, how are you? How is your day going today? How's the lockdown treating you? Unless you live somewhere that isn't really in lockdown anymore, in which case, congratulations. We haven't done a little catch up for a while, so I thought I would just check in and see how everyone is getting on. There is not much happening in my life as usual. I thought it would be better and more fun to do this today because if we had a catch up on a work day, I would just be sat on my computer for 8 hours and not able to do anything. So yay, weekend. I got my bazaar set up. It's please forgive the mess. I've got like a million monitors crammed in together because these two at the back are my work monitors, and then at the weekend I just kind of slide my other monitor in front in a really safe, non-precarious system. So I think today I'm gonna do a little bit of recording the freaking dinosaur game that I always forget the name of. I keep forgetting what it's called. But it's basically, you know those like simulation games that are usually made by German studios, and it's like you drive a car and you have a chainsaw and they're all like exactly the same base game even though they're totally different. Like one of them you'd be like working on an oil rig and one of them you're like a delivery driver. So it's that, but archaeology and like digging up dinosaur fossils. So way excited for that. The major thing that I want to achieve today is a trip round some charity shops because I have not done this for ages because, you know, lockdown, not really been shopping. There's one across the street. There used to be two where I live. One of them shut down during pandemic times, which is really sad, but there's still one. So we're gonna go and have a look at that, my housemate and I, and then we're gonna head sort of half an hour away. There are a few more in the next town over, so we're gonna have a sneaky look at those because I love charity shopping. And also with the whole staying at home pandemic situation, I've been doing more online shopping, and which is fine in general, but like fast fashion and super cheap clothing and clothing shipping from really far away is stuff that I'm really trying to cut down on now because I'm trying to do my best to be a little bit more environmentally friendly, and one of my goals is no more fast fashion. So I need to get back to going to second-hand shops and charity shops because you get the best stuff there. I got my frogs from there. They're friends with Mr. Skeleton. This dress, charity shop dress, look, oh, pretty, yes. This is actually, this one's from a vintage fair, but it's still pretty cute and second-hand slash homemade. Crash Bandicoot, if you can believe such an amazing thing, was from a charity shop. Best find ever. This lamp is from a charity shop. Hello, there's my spooky skull mirror. Oh, yeah. Do you know how expensive lamps are? Like, if you get a new lamp, they're expensive and they're boring. They're like 10 times the price of this, and nowhere near as cool. Look at this thing. Haunted Book. That was a charity shop. Glad Atlas, another find in a charity shop. And then a whole heap of my DVDs. Loads of my cheap, like, old, silly PC games I get from charity shops. I love when charity shops have rubbish games because people donate games to charity shops and nobody ever buys them and they stay there for like 10 years, and so you get just incredible rubbish trucking simulation games. Everything is amazing, so super excited about that. But the first thing I'm gonna do is make a coffee and have some food because otherwise I won't be able to brave outside. Ah, that's better. That is so much better. Now I've got food and snacks, I'm gonna do what I often do when I'm about to do something else. That was a lot of the word do, and I don't think it made much sense. Usually when I'm about to play a long game or watch a movie, or like today I'm gonna actually go out with my housemate, I like to do editing first, or even something I've already edited like today, and I just like to render it while I'm out because it always takes about an hour, a little bit longer. I've spent quite a lot of time this last sort of week or so kind of beefing up my computer a little bit. I've broken it several times along the way and then had to undo everything and redo it. I've installed Windows on a new hard drive about 3 times, but it is now working and it's all so much better. So yeah, I've got this second monitor. I needed a second monitor because my other monitor is currently being a rubbish TV on the other side of the room, and carrying it back and forth is a bit annoying, although that's what I have to do now anyway because of the whole work monitor situation. But in theory this will be better long term. So I've got the second monitor, I've upped my RAM from 8 to 32 gig, so the improvement is massive. I can actually use After Effects. Oh, the creepy ice cream van is back. Anyway, yeah, now I've been including slightly more effects and stuff in my videos. Mostly I'm just using like templates and things to try and help me learn and improve, but I can actually do things with more than like 3 layers in After Effects, and whereas before it was like I could just about get away with like 2 or 3 layers, and if I rendered up to about 5 seconds it would only crash like 50% of the time, and now it works. And yeah, my rendering is faster. I'm connected up via Ethernet now, so my uploads are like 10 minutes instead of an hour. I had no idea. I've got 10 times the internet speed I had before. I did not realise that our Wi-Fi and doing Ethernet over power and stuff was just so bad compared to what we could be getting. So whoops, mistakes were made, but I've done the learning. So now I'm just doing a bit of, this is actually going to be Friday's Harry Potter, because I think I just edited Mondays. I like to do, find it easier to edit a whole session in one go. So this is like 3 episodes worth. I've chopped out the first bit because that's already rendered and uploaded. And then this part is actually the final episode. So it's nearly over, which is sad because I was really enjoying it, and because I only just managed to work out how to fix all the textures and get it in HD, because it's a game from like 20 years ago. Or I think it's 15 years old, and so I just sort of assumed that the problems were part of just having it be able to work, and it turns out no, I could have had it look much nicer the whole time. But hey, you live and you learn, and we've got a few episodes. At least the grand finale is going to be in HD, so that's something. I'm just going to chop out the start of it, get the end card bit sorted, and then set this off rendering. And I've got the Surgeon Simulator gameplay trailer in the other on the other monitor. It's got multiplayer. Surgeon Simulator and multiplayer. That is terrifying.
Weather monkeys reporting in. Jesus lion taming Christ, it's hardly cloudy.
Good enough for me. And we're back several hours later and wearing a different shirt and pyjama bottoms because I sweat in the other ones. It is warm and sunny out there, apart from when it's cloudy and really windy. It was nice out actually. We got a coffee on the way back, which I've not done since pre-lockdown. It's been like 5 months since I've had a shop bought coffee, so that was very nice. Most importantly, let's see what we got. Oh, this is the mask I wore today, by the way. It's Animal Crossing themed. How cute is that? So the first place we went was the charity shop directly across the road, which is specifically a local counselling service. So really glad that hasn't closed down and still seems to be doing well. And they were accepting donations, which I think is really good for multiple reasons. Good for them because they're still getting donations but they're not overwhelmed like most charity shops have been. But also it means that I have somewhere to take the stuff that I need to donate. So this is good. So I picked up the Dungeons and Dragons movie because, I mean, I don't really need to give an explanation, I don't think. And then this shirt, and I don't know what this is from, like what, if there's a brand that I don't know about. The label just says junk food, and the t-shirt says enjoy junk food. And I don't know, it's just a light t-shirt. It was just so weird, and like the fact that like this is the label, it's got like an American flag shaped like a heart that says junk food. It's just so weird, and a weird thing for me to own. Like I had to have it because this is gonna be hilarious to wear. Then we headed off to the next town over and we found some more stores with lots of lovely things in. We were very careful. All the stores had arrows directing you around and hand sanitizer at the front, and everybody wore a mask, so it was very good and safe. I found myself a lovely new fat face top. Oh yes. Oh, I love that fat face. Ah, but not at fat face prices. I'm big into the plaid shirts. I'm a big plaid shirt person. Can't show this one because it's a present for my mum and she might watch this, so joke's on you, mum. So I've never heard of this movie before. The Dinosaur Project. This review up the top says the best dino film since Jurassic Park. The fact that I've never heard of it makes me think that it's probably, well, I mean, have there been many good dinosaur films since Jurassic Park? That might be true, but I'm hoping it's terrible. It looks kind of terrible. But look at the shiny cover. It's like they're in a cave, but it's the shape of a velociraptor, I assume? Is that a velociraptor? So this is like probably a little big for me, but I'm hoping that as it was a sort of flowy dress, that doesn't matter too much. But how cute! Look at the skulls. There we go. So it's a tiny bit baggy, but I think because it's tight around here, you can't really tell. Ah, I like this. I'm always up for a skull dress. I love a new skull dress. I nearly came back and walked back on without putting my clothes back on first. Pretty much the one thing that I said I shouldn't get because I have too many books, as evidenced by the overflowing bookshelf that you saw earlier, and also the full one behind me, and all the books that are in boxes in my dad's loft. But it was such a bargain, and it's so pretty. Look, it's the Return of Sherlock Holmes, which I don't own any of the Return. Just so nice, and it's in gorgeous condition, and it's got little maps and little illustrations, and it's just, I mean, you can't see, I couldn't say no. Lastly, you may have noticed from the display earlier that I kind of have this thing for frogs. I just love them. I just think they're adorable and funny and noisy and weird. I just love them, and Kermit the Frog has been one of my fave childhood characters, so I guess maybe the love of frogs stems partially from there. I don't know, I just love frogs. When I saw this potential new addition to the frog collection, I couldn't say no. Oh my god, they're so gorgeous. Look, it's very Beatrix Potter, and it's these two froggies, and they're in love, and they're out on a boat celebrating, and there's a swan and there's a little ducky. It's two frogs out sailing in a boat together. I mean, I had to. There we go. That was the charity shop adventure. It took longer than expected, and it was warm, and we had to sit down, and we bought too much. So I think I'm going to move my recording to tomorrow, and tonight my housemate and I are just going to have a little movie night, and we're going to watch Back to the Future and eat lots of snacks, and I'm just going to chill because I am hot and I'm very tired. I got up earlier than I usually do at a weekend, and I've got to that point of the day where I'm starting to run out of energy. Thank you for watching. I hope you don't find this too boring. If you're somebody who joined recently, we've had quite a few new subscribers, and you're like, what is this boring shit, then sorry. Thank you for sticking to the end for some reason. Let me know what you've been up to. Let me know what your best haul, your best find has ever been from a charity shop. I'm gonna go and try not to fall asleep on the sofa while we're watching the movie. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more. If you for some reason do want to see more of my face, you can go over to my gaming channel at Little Duck Gaming. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon.